Alright, then it is going to YouTube. I have the link for the stream. I'm gonna open it right here for myself so I can watch from here, and I'm gonna send it out in all the chats. So just one moment. Alright, then I believe that is everything. There are 4 people right now. I am going to give it just one more moment before starting. Just to make sure everyone's watching that might want to be. And then I'm going to get started from just playing through from the very beginning to the very end. And here we will be going to for the true ending. I'm gonna try to be funny with it. And let me take this mouse and alright, and I'm going to close that, and I'm going to take this to a different room, actually, and then 6 people watching now, that looks good to me, so I'm gonna take it to the other room, and then I'm going to start playing. So just one last moment. You can't just kill Alabast. I'm in the middle of streaming. You can't kill Alabast while streaming. Then it doesn't get finished. What are you trying to do, Mazoa? Whose side are you on anyway? Wait, no, you're not Mazoa. Who the heck? Oh, it's Raven. Hi, Raven. Mazoa's the only one who ever types in chat, so it made me confused. Alright. This'll be fun, then. Alright, getting my cord situated, then we're starting. And here we go. This game is not suitable for children who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit http://ddlc.moe/warning.html. Like playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age, and you consent to exposure of highly disturbing content. I will tell you, I've played this game 3 times now, and I haven't seen any disturbing content at all. I think this is absolutely false advertising. Alright, so we're starting a new game. I'm gonna name myself once more Alabast, because that is me. I am Alabast, and Alabast is me. So that just... that does it. That does it. So, hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you could never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. And if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Alabast. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But if you did wait for me after all, I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Alabast, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This Alabast and I are absolutely the same person. Wow, Alabast is a horrible person here. Why would someone like Sayori be friends with him? You know what, Raven? I have no idea. There is no reason Sayori would be friends with this Alabast. I would not be friends with this Alabast. This Alabast is not a particularly nice person, especially not to Sayori. I'm just talking about how I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in the few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised to even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much makes me want to ease her mind even at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. This is truly a game where you need a co-commentator. I really want a co-commentator, but my brother won't commentate with me. Do you want me? I'm gonna yell at him. And I'm gonna go yell at him, and I'm gonna get a co-commentator, okay? And it's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be the best co-commentation you've ever seen. All right. Hey Zane! Hey Zane! Hey Zane! Hey Zane! 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 They're demanding a co-commentator. Alright, so he yelled at me back. That means he's kind of... I still have some coke left! I forgot about that. Alright, so, Zane, are you ready to do voices? I'm not gonna make you do any horrendous... You're gonna act like you do. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. 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 Then, that outlet doesn't work. So, we're gonna do this over here. Alright. Alright, alright. I'm getting ready now. I brought him upstairs. I got him out of the closet. I always have him locked in, and he's here to do voices for us. Are you happy now, Raven? I brought him here specifically for you. Shut up! Alright. He can't hear the echo, by the way, so I can hear everything we say about 20 minutes after.
Why don't you just mute it?
Because then I can't hear myself. But I like hearing the echo because it tells me what
You're still
Alright.
alive.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Alright, so if there we go. Alright, now getting back to the game.
I'm scared.
I'm sorry, Jesus lover, but the co-commentation, we need it. We need the humor. My brother is funnier than I am. Alright. Alright, back to the game. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Do you want to do girl voices?
I'll do some of them.
You'll do some of them. I want you to do Sayori's voice, okay?
Sayori's? Okay,
Yeah.
what voice should I use for her?
I don't know. Whatever voice you want.
I'll just go with regular.
You'll just go with a regular voice. Alright, so, in this playthrough, in this true ending playthrough, Sayori is a pubescent boy. Alright. You don't need to wait up for me if it's... What? You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah. Yeah?
There's no way that I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first person to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President, air quotes. We're doing air quotes right now and you can't see them. We're both doing air quotes. Squints fingers. Exactly. He gets it. He gets it. Does Raven get it? Raven better get it. Raven's getting it. What's back? It keeps... Does it keep buffering?
Yeah.
It does, because the internet's garbage back here. So, do you want to go commentating downstairs?
I thought it was our commentation that was garbage.
That too. That too. That too. Let's just move to the floor. Because it works over there. Unfortunately, we're in my bedroom right now, and the Wi-Fi in my bedroom is really on and off. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And it depends on the alignment of the stars and whatnot. I don't really know. Alright.
If somebody's breathing in the world, we're gonna have bad Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's why I killed everybody.
Go close the door.
Problem, sir.
What?
It's already closed.
That would be a problem. That would be a problem. You can't close the door if the door is already closed. I appreciate your input, Zane. Alright. By the way, you spelled Zane wrong, Mizoa.
How could she?
How could... It's a he. Mizoa's a he.
How could she? He? I don't know.
It's okay. I thought he was a she too when I met him.
Like Montron.
Alright. Alright. Are we working now? I think we're working now. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Nagasaki made...
Natsuki. It's
Natsuki.
Natsuki. Why can you not
Whatever.
Japanese?
Maybe it's because I'm American and don't like anime that much.
Well, maybe you should start liking anime. Never mind, that was a degenerate command. Don't follow that. Alright, so... And Natsuki.
Not a soupy. And
Can you not pronounce cupcakes either?
Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. You're breathing. Quit breathing into the mic, Zane.
Well, I had to give out a really
We both had to give out a long sigh. Okay, that's acceptable then. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes! Let's go!
Black screen. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Granted, this isn't a lone
You didn't
incident.
tell me there were demons in this.
Who would sell my
devils.
soul for a cupcake on literally any day?
Would you kill half
Is
of
it
the
buffering
droid for-
again? It is. It is buffering. We're gonna have to go downstairs.
Would you kill all of
This
the
is
droid
infuriating.
for a slice of cake?
Hold my Coke. We're going downstairs again. I hate that we have to go downstairs.
Would you kill
Okay.
all of Detroit for a slice of cake?
Alright. So, this was working last night, but it is not working today, and I'm very sad. I'm very, very sad indeed.
Wait, get a slice of
We're
cake.
actually going to sit next to the modem because, do you know why? Because there is a bed next to the modem, and we are going to sit on this bed because it does not hurt my everything sitting on a bed. Whereas sitting on the
Doesn't
floor
hurt
does
your
indeed hurt my everything.
So it hurts your ears to some
Yes, it hurts my ear to some degree. Sitting on the floor hurts my ears.
And your elbow.
I already saw, and I chose not to acknowledge that, Raven.
Knuckle?
Knuckle?
Yeah, does it hurt your knuckle as well?
Yeah, it does hurt my knuckles. It does hurt my knuckles. Okay, so he'll be back later. You better be back. Alright. Alright. Then, today marks one of the days I sold part of my soul for a cupcake.
Oh, it's only part?
Well, yeah, I can't really give away all of my soul. I already gave away other parts of my soul for other cupcakes.
Now I can think of it's the end of that TF2 comic.
Oh, I know. I know. I know. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. What is this?
Jesus lover.
So much chat. I'm trying to fix the lag, man. I'm trying so hard. But it's my computer, bro. Or actually, no, it's not my computer. It's the stupid Wi-Fi. Our Wi-Fi is garbage. If you have charter, don't have charter.
I mean, it used to be good,
Yeah.
but then we moved.
Yeah, but then we moved and it went to crap. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Wait, we gotta have a swing open door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member.
Squint, yeah.
I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I'm not using that voice for her the entire time. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Sayori always says nice things about you.
About you.
Why is everyone talking in a different chat?
Why can't we?
Alright. Twoism, if you have charter, then you ought to get a new internet. I mean, this... Well, actually, no. Now that net neutrality is dead, I guess no one should have internet. This is actually just a foretaste of losing net neutrality. This is government interference and me trying to play Doki Doki Literature Club.
She paid for the slow lane?
She paid for the slow lane.
Mother.
Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Oh, Alabast, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
You see, we gotta bring back the... We gotta bring back the...
Classics.
I gotta bring back the classic voices, because those are the voices that everyone is expecting in our streams. You know, all my great history of streams that started yesterday. And it's I know what my fan base wants, and I just want to deliver to you guys.
Millions divided by millions.
Mizoka, because you put sucks in a message, it gave me the option to moderate it. YouTube tried to get me to auto-moderate your message because it said sucks. So good job. I guess that's a banned word now.
This is a Christian live
This
stream.
is a Christian live stream. We will not be having dirty language like sucks. All words escape me in this situation. All words escape me when people start using awful words like sucks, too. I would never be caught dead saying sucks. I mean, seriously. Heck that.
That was what I was about to say.
Close the door. How many times do I have to tell you this?
Sorry, I always leave it open.
Not that door.
Oh.
No, keep that one closed too. What are you doing? Close the door. Close all the doors. Get back in here and close the door! Close all the doors connected to this room! That is enough to get back on this bed!
Door's open. Welcome to the Anderson
This
family.
club
How much can I inconvenience
is
you?
full of incredibly cute girls! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Like totes.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Jesus is closed. Jesus is the door, but Jesus is closed. We've closed Jesus.
Oh no. I'll let him.
What? What are you? Get.
Oh, cackling.
Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back to the other girls.
Wait, wasn't that supposed
The
to be
echo
me?
just messed me up
That's
so bad.
supposed to be me.
I am so sorry. Okay, so I'm doing Yuri and Natsuki, and you're doing Sayori and
Monica.
and the girl who shall not be named.
That's what we're gonna.
That's
I thought
what-
she was
that is
called
her-
Girl 1, Girl 3.
Girl 3. That's her name from now on. You're right. You're right. Alright, so I'm doing Yuri and Natsuki, you're doing Sayori and Girl 3. Got it. Alright, so.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Darn right. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica.
Who the heck is Monica?
Monica? Monique.
Do you mean girl number 3?
Oh, sorry. Girl number 3. That's right. It's great to see you again, Alabast.
Girl number 3 smiles sweetly. We do not know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Girl number 3 was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Would I like to lick her fingers? You too, girl number 3?
We should have like a challenge if you accidentally say the girl who should not be named. You have to like.
Yes. We'll figure out something for that. That name doesn't exist anymore. Alright, so.
Come sit down, Alabast. You made room for you at the
You
table.
made room for you at your table.
You made room for we made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or girl number 3. I'll let you get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too
Do you want to voice her?
No! No!
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is only one space next to girl number 3 and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Oh, whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like tiny cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! Did it just cut out? It did! We're right next to the modem, too.
Wait a second.
It makes me very sad.
Whatever.
It's still cutting out. Alright, so I'm gonna try to close some things. I'm gonna
Steam.
Yeah, I'm gonna close Steam. I'm gonna close everything except what you're using right now. So that includes
Make sure you save.
yeah, that needs to be saved. That can be closed, and I don't need this yet. So that's okay. And save that too. That's everything I can afford to close at the moment. So I'm gonna leave it like this. Pro tip: use a cable. The issue with that is I'm on a laptop, so it's just not. Is there a cable for that?
Wait, maybe. I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, that is.
Is that what that is? But we don't have one to put there, so I'm incredibly sorry, Kanopko Kolorek. But that's nothing I can really do. All right. But maybe. All right, Zane.
Okay. So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, and then Monica. No! No! We'll figure out something for that. We'll figure out something for that. Put it in the...
Y'all have issues. Don't touch that eating her ice cream, please.
We'll figure out something. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking little glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, dummy. Baka. All right. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, you know. I believe you. I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Girl number 3 raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell girl number 3 that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I have to say the Hail Mary prayer every time I say her name. Alright, that's fair. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus Christ. Son of Mary, Son of the living God, pray for us, sinners, now and at the hour of our deaths. Amen. There we go. All right. So that is the punishment. You have to do that every single time. Are you prepared for this, Zane?
Not the typing part.
Oh, not the typing part.
Well,
That's
I'm
acceptable.
also not Catholic, so I'm also...
Well, I'm not Catholic either.
Yeah, whatever.
That's why I used the not Catholic.
Oh, that's the not Catholic. What's the Catholic version?
It just says, well, something.
Probably heretic stuff.
Probably heretic stuff. It's just, oh crap, nah, the Orthodox fellow left, so we're fine saying this. Alright. Something tells me I shouldn't tell girl number 3 that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Girl number 3, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing, but the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and may why done and finish reading that and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Girl number 3 really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
I could put it that way. You could put it that way! Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature.
Literature!
Was that what it said?
It says literature! How many syllables do you think are in that word?
7?
That's acceptable. Literature, yeah.
Moon. It's 2 syllables. Moon-na. Moon.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Girl number 3 must have worked really hard to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Alabast, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rib of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grab at something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the Rock. Do you think Dwayne Johnson could be talking about books like this? Could he talk about books as good as me?
It would make a terrible movie, but yeah. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
Gentle hurts my soul. With the curse of knowledge I have, that statement really causes me pain. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. Oh.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things.
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud, and give that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have
writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Nat and Yuri. Question mark? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. I'll do my penance afterwards. Alright.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
You have to finish your sentences.
That way everyone is even!
I'm keeping count.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Alabast?
Girl number 3 smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back at the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Shiori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry. I thought...
Alabast.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is,
Schools?
if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful women. Right? I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes! Yes, I'm so happy! Why?
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. You really just came for the cupcakes. I would be super... This is a Christian live stream. Alright.
Does that help?
Yeah, that helps.
Then that makes it...
That makes it official! Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
That was a good way to end the meeting. I think we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment.
Yeah, and remember to take your Shrek tips.
I'm done.
Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. And we're nasty cold.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Alabast, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star girl number 3 with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue
No, that's just my cold going on to you.
Oh, I see. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Alabast, since you're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Hey, Alabast! That's
right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, I might as well.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah!
It's hard to switch voices.
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, girl number 3. Will I really be happy sending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Perhaps all of them! Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So ends day 1.
Okay, now you should write the Hail Mary. Full of graces.
There we go. Alright.
Aww.
There we go. We're going with that one. Alright, so, which girl should we go for first? Which of the 3?
Does it matter?
I'm gonna be doing this over and over. So first of all,
I'm not staying for
first
the
save
whole
point.
thing. Probably because I'll be dead.
okay, so that's saved. So which one should I go for first? Which one of the 3?
That one.
That one? You want to go Sayori first?
Sure.
Let's see if I can remember which words are hers. So what this is going to do is the words, all of these words correspond to one of these 3 girls. And I cannot remember which word is which. Family and fireflies, I think, are both Sayori. Yes, I was right there. I know treasure is hers. Play is hers. Cute. Oh. I can deal with that, though. I can do with fun.
not suicide.
Games? Oh, that was wrong. Actually, I think suicide was the right answer for her.
Maybe marriage?
Yeah, marriage, that's one. Anxiety. Oh, no! I'm not very good at this.
I've noticed.
Laugh is one. I know that is. Wonderful.
Thanks.
Smile, yes. Vacation. Together.
Forever.
Forever. Embrace. Yes.
You probably should have saved there.
Oh no, you can't save right here because if you save, it just takes you back to 1.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in general, if you're going to be doing multiple playthroughs.
Behold. Alright, and... Adventure? Yes. Childhood. Try to remember so hard. Heart? Yeah, that was good. Sing. Dazzle? Yes. Which one?
Incogran?
Dark.
Really? Huh.
You would not believe. Okay, we need to switch up the voices. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you do that dreadful voice for Monica anymore. Yes, Sayori is crippling depression.
I'm not gonna stay anymore.
You what?
I
But
can't do that voice much longer.
I'm not making you do that voice anymore. I need a co-commentator. Don't leave me, Zane.
Don't worry, I'm leaving
Close the door and get back on the bed.
Don't worry, I'm leaving the door open. I won't be. Okay, bye. Is that a squirrel?
He left me. It's just me again. He closed the door, but he did not get back on the bed. This is a travesty. Now I have to continue the game without him. And I need more caffeine. Alright, well I guess that means I get to do my beautiful voices for all of them. And you guys get to hear me get less and less funny as the night goes on. How about that? Hi again, Alabast. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Alabast. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you drive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Now that he's not here, no one can call me out on saying Monica. No more banned words. No more. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Alabast always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Alabast can be good friends, too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's just put me in. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Well, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's nothing, really. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read, and we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How could this girl accidentally be so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down onto the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and listen in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that. It's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Oh, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Wah! I open my eyes to see Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were very clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. Nobody would even notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Ah, I guess. Here, hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to get closed? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. This is a Christian live stream. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take better care of me than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on... Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, I was just joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone! Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Alabast, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I had never done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet loosely torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, then. I'm going to take a moment just to say throughout the rest of the stream, how I'm going to handle this is with all the saving and loading that goes on in this, I am going to... any repeated things, I'm going to use the skip button through. But any new information, I'm going to read like normal. I'm not going to skip over anything new. But as we're going back and loading and saving, I'm not going to repeat the same words over and over again as they don't need to be. This includes when we get to Act 2, I am not going to focus on anything that's just a repeat of Act 1, because I know it's a deja vu, but it's just unneeded. So first, today, let's just go right down the list. Sayori first. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Alabast. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this, maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't just like it because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Alabast poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really just happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really part of this club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Or, well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Alabast. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then. Hey, now read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late for school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Let's go down the list. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it. Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't ever take that away from her. On to Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guessed that it might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad. No, no! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their own style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Oh, no, I do not want to quit. How did that happen? No. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Holy crud. Sorry about that. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild, something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Alabast. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. And Monica. Hi, Alabast. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better at just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Alabast. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but there may also be some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things, too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure you'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very free-form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for you today. Thanks for listening. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happy chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Alabast did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I'd appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. What is this? And Alabast liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Alabast appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do look overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Alabast started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Alabast, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Alabast. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Alabast? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, trying to any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri... But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Alabast. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that has made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes you. Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that, and Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As a president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That would make two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Alabast, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to be able to talk with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learned something from your friends, too.
Oh, it's upstairs, right?
Hi.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, nothing.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Alabast, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? Oh, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Alabast, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. All right. Then, how's everyone in here doing? We're back to 5 people watching, up from 4. Not that I'm really paying attention to numbers all that much. Let me just take a look at this. I'm getting right back to it. Good lord, though. Last night's all-nighter is weighing on me now. Having a hard time. Alright, alright. Then, we are still doing... Still doing this run. So let's see what we can do. Fun. I think I did too many wrong there, so we're going to try one more time. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Alabast. Hi, Siori. It looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. I seriously am having a really hard time keeping my eyes open. This is strange. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. I just need a moment. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this off right here. Maybe I'll pick it up tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll pick it up again tomorrow. Well, alright. I think that is what I'm going to do. So, thanks everyone for watching so far. I apologize. I was not able to finish that right here. But that'll be fine. I'll probably get it finished tomorrow. And goodbye. Good evening. Good night.